the deal, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Sold Out. And on today's episode, you can see what we have in hand. We have the Curry 11s. Definitely was excited to get these in hand, just with some of the different technology that they're using. I just was really excited. I know this was more of a low cut shoe. One thing that drives me crazy is like I hate how they say the Kobe 4 is low. Like the Kobe 4 basically to me feels like a mid. The 11 is a low. The 5 is a low. Like that's a low. This Ultra is a low. These are definitely a low sneaker. So I hate when they say it's a low when it's a mid. Like the LeBron 21 feels like a mid-top sneaker. So does the LeBron 20. Kind of didn't really feel like a low. These feel like a low. Anyways, jumping right into it, we are going to get a weight. These are going to be probably one of the lightest shoes I have in the arsenal. This might be under 11. It's definitely light. Just above 11.3, so definitely a light sneaker. Felt great on foot, felt like an extension of my foot. Didn't feel like I was really wearing much on foot. Felt good, felt sock-like. Now working our way from the top down to the bottom, kind of the same basic idea on the back of the Curry shoes for the last, I think, 2-3 years. How they kind of come to a point like that. They angled them back on this one. On the first pair, it was angled a little bit more forward. This one's angled back. There's like no Achilles rub or anything like that, so you won't get that. The padding feels great. It looks minimal, but it's there. You do feel it on foot. It feels good. Heel lockdown was great. I've never had an issue with heel lockdown on Currys. I really haven't had any heel slippage problems at all. If that happens, in a sneaker, to me, it's definitely a no-no to get. I don't want to rock any sneaker that has heel slippage when it comes to me being on the court with it, or any of you guys being on the court with it, for that matter. So heel slipping comfort, heel lockdown, felt great on foot. Down onto the laces. Laces are definitely heavy duty. I like how they kind of polka dotted them to match the sneaker. Definitely feel good. Flat laces, as you can see. Now down onto the tongue. The tongue is ported. Kind of hard to see that. Not much padding on like this piece right here. There's a little bit of padding, but not much. Down here, you can feel a little bit more. There is ports there. It's kind of hard to see through them, through the screen mesh, and it's black, so it's a little bit harder to see. But it is definitely there, and it feels great on foot. It lets some of the heat out, so definitely helps with that. Now working our way down onto materials. Materials were a little bit different than normal Currys. I feel like they switched it up pretty well. Over here, you can see what they've been kind of using on the last few Currys. And it is definitely breathable. I forgot what they call that technology, but it's like a woven technology. Very, very breathable. So if you run hot, your foot runs hot in a sneaker like mine, definitely going to be a nice sneaker for you guys. Like this one, I don't know where I got the other Currys. I think I got them in one of these boxes. I had the Curry 8. That ran a little bit hot with like the knitted mesh type material. But it was a great performer for sure. Now over on this side, it's a little bit thicker mesh, but it definitely helps for support. I like the materials on the sneaker. They kind of have the synthetic toe box right here. It looks neoprene, but it's definitely not. It's more like just kind of like a soft synthetic material all the way around. It wraps all the way around up into here. And I think this is a dope touch they added right here. I'll try to move it around so you guys can see it. It's like chameleon color, like teal, blue, green, all that color. Same thing with the heel counter. Definitely a nice heel counter on the back. You guys can see that. It matches this synthetic right around through here. So when it comes down to materials, I think they did a pretty good job on the Curry. I enjoyed playing in them. No chafing, no running very hot in the sneaker or anything like that. Materials were pretty damn solid for the most part. Far as materials being good for outdoors, probably not. Just when you get over to this side, this might start ripping out a little bit, and this toe box right here might start cracking. But for the most part, you definitely will get a good solid year. High school basketball, college basketball in the Curry 11s. Now, down onto the cushion, something I was very excited about. I'll get the sneaker out the way. The cushion has Micro G. I never wore Micro G before because that came in the earlier models of Under Armour, like when it came to the Curry. So this is my first one, and you can feel it on foot. I'm not sure if it's a puck. I'm not sure if it's just a little dot, but I know they have this hollowed out so this Micro G can compress. Like when you step on it, it'll kind of bulge out a little bit, and it definitely could feel it on foot. It felt good. It felt like there was actually impact protection on a Curry, which we have all been waiting for a very, very long time. Now, the flow foam's still there, and it's still white. It's like it's always going to be white, but it's actually not, because they are finally releasing an all black Curry, and it has black flow on the bottom. So I'm definitely want to try to get that. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this pair and try to get the other pair, but one or the other. I'm keeping one of these shoes because it's most likely going to be the black pair, because I want to have something different. All my Currys have that white bottom on it. Working our way into the traction. You guys already know what it is. It's flow. Surprise. Not really. It's been flow since the 8, and a lot of Under Armour shoes are using it. And they even went back in the Flotro line and used it in the earlier Curry models. I think I had the 1, 2, and the 4 low in Flotro. So Flotros is what it is. It's the best traction I've ever had. So as much as I hate on it, I don't really want them to change it. Maybe just change the pattern a little bit, give it like a different design or something, or make it Curry's logo on there, just something different. But for the most part, it's definitely going to be the best traction I've ever came in contact with. It definitely stops on a dime. Like I tell players all the time when I see them put their Currys on for the first time, better get used to walking and them running up and down the court. You will stumble and you will trip. It is definitely that tacky. Like it doesn't make a damn noise. It does not squeak. You cannot hear yourself walk, so it's kind of weird when you put them on for the first time, but it definitely stops on a dime, and there's no other traction like it. I know everybody brags about the Kobe 9, the PG 5s, I think, had the same type of traction as the Kobe 9, and maybe the Hyper Dunks did, similar to the Kobe 9 a long time ago, but for the most part, this is my favorite traction that you can get. So if you're just a traction only guy, it's definitely going to be the sneaker for you. Now, down onto my recommendations. My recommendations are going to be, this is a heavy guard shoe. Like if you're a slasher, Kyrie, Curry, you're always on the run, you're moving side to side, you're doing quick, fast movements, definitely going to be the sneaker for you. Any shifty guard, anybody that's getting up and down the court quick, super fast, it's definitely going to be the sneaker for you. Bigs, I mean, you could wear it, but at the end of the day, I don't think this will be a very good big shoe. I don't know how long it would last. The big 6'6", 6'7" guys, I'm not sure this is going to be the sneaker for you, especially if you are like just a bigger guy. You're going to want more impact protection, basically off the forefoot. So you do get some impact protection from the Micro G, but you're probably going to want a little bit more bounce off the forefoot. This is definitely responsive. The forefoot on the sneaker is probably one of the most responsive that I felt. Very low to the ground, feels great, and I love the fact that it's a low and they didn't go with a mid on this model. I definitely dig that. So that's basically who I would recommend it to. I really appreciate you guys tuning into all the videos lately. Views been going up a little bit, so shout out to all you guys for coming through, hitting the comment section, interacting with me. I appreciate all y'all. So you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.